Good evening. You're watching Vision of Asia, Voice of the Community, the news you can trust, events that recognize our culture and celebrate our South Asian community. I'm Nidhi Kathuria coming to you from our ITV Gold studio in New Jersey. In the news this evening, watch top moments of Bharat Jodo Yatra. Indian Navy contingent thrilled to showcase Whaler at Republic Day Parade. Makar Skranti, a festival of donations celebrated at the Cow Sanctuary by MMNA. First Indian American Lieutenant Governor in nation takes oath on the Bhagavad Gita. Pico Ayers latest melts the open road and inner journeys. Enjoy the official trailer of Tu Jhuti Main Makar, starring Ranbir Kapoor and Shraddha Kapoor. Stay with us on Vision of Asia, Voice of the Community for news in detail right after this short break. With Congress leader Rahul Gandhi-led Bharat Jodo Yatra nearing its culmination, here are some of its top moments that made it to the headlines.
जिनकी यात्रा में नफरत का बीज बोने वाले हों, वो मोहब्बत की दुकान खोलने की बात ही कैसे कर सकते हैं।
आज़ादी के बाद में इतनी लंबी यात्रा, इस रूप में कठिन यात्रा 25 किलोमीटर कम से कम चल रहे हैं। आप खुद देख रहे हैं कि पूरा देश देख रहा है।
So Jesus Christ is a form of God. Is that right? So Jesus Christ is a form of God. Is that right?
He is a real God. He's a real God. Doesn't mean God reveals him as a man, human person, not like Shakti or this power. So we see in this human person, born like a man, born in this world, the Father.
हमने भारत जोड़ो यात्रा शुरू की आ ಕಾರಣದಿಂದಲೇ ಜನರು ಧ್ವನಿಯಾಗಿ भारत जोड़ो यात्रा कई पड़े जितनी भी नफरत जितनी भी हिंसा ये करेंगे हम हिंदुस्तान को जोड़ेंगे और ऐसे देश हमारे राज्यों जनते लोकत्व के जैसा मारते और बेरोजगारी का और महंगाई का मुद्दा कांग्रेस पार्टी उठाने चाहिए।
आपने स्वेटर क्यों पहन रखा है? नहीं, इसका कारण ये नहीं है। इसका कारण ये है कि आप सर्दी से डरते हो। इसका कारण नहीं है कि सर्दी है, आप सर्दी से डरते हो। मैं सर्दी से डरता नहीं हूं, सीधी सी बात है। नहीं, एक्चुअली मैं आपको सीरियसली बताऊं, मुझे ठंडी नहीं लग रही अभी तक, और मैं पता नहीं मुझे लग नहीं रही है, मगर मैं सोच रहा हूं कि जैसे ही मुझे ठंड लगनी शुरू हो जाएगी, मैं मतलब स्वेटर पहनना शुरू कर दूंगा, बट अभी तक मुझे ठंड नहीं लग रही है।
राहुल गांधी आपके दिमाग में है, मैंने मार दिया उसको, वो है ही नहीं, मेरे माइंड में है ही नहीं, गया वो गया। जिस व्यक्ति को आप देख रहे हो वो राहुल गांधी नहीं है, वो आपको दिख रहा है। बात नहीं समझे आप। हिंदू धर्म को पढ़ो थोड़ा, शिव जी को पढ़ो, समझ आ जाएगी बात। ऐसे मत हैरान मत हो, हैरान मत हो। राहुल गांधी आपके दिमाग में है, मेरे दिमाग में है ही नहीं। राहुल गांधी बीजेपी के दिमाग में है, मेरे दिमाग में है ही नहीं।
पांडव कौन थे? अर्जुन, भीम, ये लोग कौन थे? ये लोग तपस्या करते थे। ये लोग तपस्या करते थे। क्या पांडवों ने इस धरती पे नफरत फैलाई थी क्या? आपने महाभारत पढ़ी है, क्या उसमें लिखा है कि पांडवों ने किसी गरीब व्यक्ति के खिलाफ अपराध किया? कहीं लिखा है? पांडवों ने डिमोनेटाइजेशन किया क्या? नोटबंदी की थी क्या? गलत जीएसटी लागू की थी क्या? कभी करते? कभी नहीं करते। क्यों नहीं करते? क्योंकि वो तपस्वी थे और वो जानते थे कि नोटबंदी, गलत जीएसटी, किसान बिल इस धरती के जो तपस्वी हैं उनसे चोरी करने का तरीका है।
As the much-awaited Republic Day celebration is around the corner, Indian Navy's contingent is thrilled to showcase Valor at the high-voltage Republic Day parade.
It's a dream come true for all of us.
It is indeed a matter of pride for the regiment to be marching on the Kartavya Path.
It is a very proud and privileged moment for me, my unit and my family.
My contingent is comprised of 51 horses, 1 officer, 1 JSU and 49 other ranks. And as far as my unit is concerned, it was raised in 1953. It's a very glorious unit and we are the only ones who are horse mounted. You are participating in this Republic Day, you are heading it. So how do you feel about it? In the nation, in front of the nation, doing the parade, how do you look at it? I feel it should be a source of inspiration to everyone, to all the little children and the young boys and girls who watch, that dreams do come true. Because at one point it was a dream of a young NCC boy who was learning how to march, and today we got to perform on the Republic, on the Kartavya Path. It's a dream come true for all of us.
It is indeed a matter of pride for the regiment to be marching on the Kartavya Path. And one thing that I want to highlight about my regiment was that if my regiment is an all India all class regiment, which means that we have troops from all over the country. So if a Gorkha is saying that he's the best, if a Maratha is saying that he's the best, we have Gorkha troops as well as Maratha troops as well as Madrasi troops as well as the Northeast troops. So if someone is saying they are the best, then we are the best of the best. So
You're participating in this year's
yes.
Republic Day.
Yes. Out of the 6 marching contingents, ours is the first contingent to be marching.
How do you feel about it? You will be in front of billions of eyes.
It is a matter of immense pride because we've been practicing in the regimental center for 2 months and then in Delhi for 2 months, so total of 4 months. When we were practicing in the center, at that time it did not feel much of a big deal. But once we started practicing here on the Kartavya Path with people surrounding us from all sides, that is when we actually realized the importance of the event. And like the other officer had mentioned, the feeling of patriotism, and that is when it actually hit us that it is really a big deal.
The vehicle that we are representing is a combination of two indigenously developed vehicles. They are mobile microwave node and mobile network center.
So you will be performing in front of millions of eyes and you will be participating in this year's Republic Day. How big is the movement for you?
It is a very proud and privileged moment for me, my unit and my family to represent this equipment on Republic Day parade.
Maheshwari Mahasabha of North America, MMNA, wholeheartedly believes in the sentiment of social welfare, and it recently organized 2023 Sankranti Daan. MMNA strives to preserve its heritage and ideologies through the younger generation and their children. They show equal support to gaushalas or the cow shelters as they do to the underprivileged families. The 2023 Sankranti Daan was organized for the homeless, cow shelter, food bank and more. Collected donations were distributed at Trenton Area Soup Kitchen, Bridgewater Visions and Pathways and Lakshmi Cow Sanctuary, Pennsylvania. Take a look. On a beautiful day in the clear blue skies in Annapolis, Baltimore on January 18th, with the left hand on the sacred Bhagavad Gita and right hand raised, Aruna Miller became the first ever Indian American in the nation's history to be sworn in as the Lieutenant Governor of Maryland. Miller took oath before the Chief Justice of Maryland Supreme Court Matthew J. Fader as the state achieved another milestone welcoming its first black governor in Westmore. Both pledged to leave no one behind and to deal with challenges such as equity imbalance, rise in violent crimes, and lack of access to basic necessities. Both Moore and Miller addressed a press conference at the Baltimore Convention Center prior to the People's inaugural ball where, responding to a question from News India Times about a historic election, Miller said, "It's a great sense of joy and pride," and added, "And again, this moment isn't about me. It really speaks volumes about the people of Maryland." She also explained why she chose to swear on the Bhagavad Gita. This is an ancient Hindu script, and essentially growing up as a child, I grew up in an interfaith home where Hinduism and Christianity were practiced. We are seekers of peace and making sure that good things happen in the world to others as well. And that's really the primary purpose of the Gita if you read the whole book. That's what it talks about, and so it's very symbolic to myself. In the hopeful promise of the new millennium, Pico Iyer became an essential and restless guide to the world that globalization was making. Iyer's latest, The Half-Known Life in Search of Paradise, is a culmination of his shifting focus on inner journeys and an expansion of his argument that paradise is rarely found elsewhere. But unlike his slim book of stillness, this is a return to the open road, a grand full-scale travelogue that traverses Iran, Sri Lanka and Japan before arriving at its final emotional destination. Like the author himself, it has multiple identities and registers equally memoir, travelogue, cultural history and airport philosophy. It is also one of his very best, Pico Iyer was born in Oxford, England, into a family of Indian academics who eventually moved to Santa Barbara, California. A former journalist, he now lives in Kyoto with his Japanese wife, and his life across England, California, and Asia has become a recurring thread in his work. Continuing with the news on entertainment on ITV Gold, enjoy Hrithik Roshan and Amisha Patel's Kaho Na Pyar Hai this Friday at 8:30 p.m. EST. Watch Shah Rukh Khan and Salman Khan in the blockbuster film Karan Arjun this Saturday at 1 p.m. EST. Reserve your Sunday for the patriotic film based on real events Uri, The Surgical Strike, starring Vicky Kaushal at 3 p.m. EST. And that's a wrap on Vision of Asia, Voice of the Community tonight. Send us your suggestions and community news that you would like us to cover for our print and television coverage at events@itvgold.com. Follow us on our Facebook handle at ITVGold, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and pick up a free copy of Desi Talk if you're in the Tri-State or in the Chicago area for community news, entertainment, and events in the US. You can also read the News India Times newspaper online at www.newsindiatimes.com or subscribe to the hard copy by calling 212-675-7515. This is Nidhi Kathuria signing off. Happy Monday.